One drawn in 2, the other drawn in 6, and we're running 2170 metres, JUNEE Fire Brigade pace. Start affected in the back, they jump and race to the post and complete 2. All in, a Royal Shootout now back into favourite. Set and ready to go, they're on their way. And Grey Nomad missed the kick. The rest of them began nicely. Royal Shootout and Courage LA are up vying for the early leader. We Live in Hope coming across from wide outer. And Azuma the Boomer struck out three deep on that bottom corner. Now they've broken right away from the rest of them. On the inside, Grey Nomad, Talanoa, Mr. Matty. And going back to the tail was about time. So they come by the 1700. And on the inside, the leader as they come up the hill with 2 to go was Royal Shootout. Azuma the Boomer wants the lead. He's going to cross now. Azuma the Boomer crosses at the 2-lap mark and goes to the leader from Royal Shootout. Chief Fairman's running third on the inside. On the outside, then We Live in Hope from Courage LA. They were followed after a break to Talanoa with Grey Nomad back third last. Moving into second last place, About Time, and back on the inside, Mr. Matty. Lead time was 39.4. And Azuma the Boomer takes them down by the 1300 clear of Royal Shootout running second. On the outside in third was Chief Fairman, and on the inside in fourth then was Courage LA. They were followed by We Live in Hope from Talanoa. Mr. Matty going through along the inside, saving ground. Grey Nomad was next to last, and About Time was last of all. 31 seconds neat was the first quarter of the last mile, and Azuma the Boomer brings them inside the 1000. He's looking about and been driven up hard at the 1000. On the outside, Chief Fairman goes up to his outside now. He's got going a bit again, Azuma the Boomer. He was going to turn it up there in that bottom corner, but he's got the bit in his mouth again now, and he's keen to go a bit quicker as he releases the shorteners. Azuma the Boomer from Royal Shootout. Chief Fairman on the outside and Courage LA on the inner. They were followed then by We Live in Hope. Further back then came Talanoa. About Time starting to work around the outside. He's racing 5 lengths back from the leader, and then Mr. Matty and Grey Nomad. He's throwing everything he can possibly find at Azuma the Boomer, and he's still in front as they go by the 400. Second quarter was 29.8, and Azuma the Boomer right on his back and about to peel was Royal Shootout. Over on the inside, Courage LA. Around the outside, About Time. He's the fresh horse on the scene. He's running on nicely from Talanoa, and further back then came Mr. Matty and Chief Fairman. Royal Shootout on the outside's drawn to the lead from Azuma the Boomer. About Time's deep and running around, running home, but Royal Shootout, he's half clear halfway up the straight, running home now, About Time and Mr. Matty, but a Royal Shootout's going to prove too good. God, they're a tied lot. Royal Shootout beat About Time. Mr. Matty got in for third, and Talanoa run fourth. They were followed in by Azuma the Boomer. Next one in then further back behind them was Chief Fairman from Grey Nomad. We Live in Hope, and Courage LA is pulled up at the tail of the field.